What's good, YouTube? It's Tiffany, and I'm back again with another video. Now, I know I haven't been on this channel in a long time, but life happens, confidence wanes, a lot of different things take place that, kept me away from YouTube. But I'm gonna do better, y'all. Not just for y'all, but for me. For me, I feel like I need this. Um, I started this platform to kind of be like a therapy assistant, a space where I can just be myself and share pieces of myself with the world. You know what I'm saying? In hopes of either inspiring, entertaining, or just putting things out there in the atmosphere that might be useful to somebody else. That's in my particular. Sorry, my finger hurts. I peeled the skin off of it and it freaking hurts. But yeah, something that may be helpful to somebody who either has been in a situation that I am in or are going through it currently. So today I took a nice walk. I'm trying to get myself back into the business of moving my body just because, moving my body to honor it. Because I feel like movement is medicine. If you deal with depression, anxiety, any of those different mental health issues, for me, movement has been something that has helped me through it a lot over the past 4 or 5 years. So I I am restarting this week with the goal of moving my body with a purpose. I was supposed to do it last week. That was the goal. Sunday, fresh week. I'm about to take a walk every day just because, even if it's 30 minutes. Um, but needless to say, last week hit me hard mentally, and it didn't happen. Like, I exercised a few times last week, but I did not hit my goal of taking a 30-minute walk every day or at least every other day. Um, so I'm starting the week over, and today I decided to take a walk and also do a little retail therapy just to clear my mind. Um, I've been in the house a lot because a lot of you may not know, but I do have some mobility issues. I am considered disabled. I hate using the word. Still trying to get comfortable with it, but it is my reality. And being that I cannot work a regular job that requires me to stand up for long periods of time or even sit down for long periods of time, I'm home a lot of the time. I'm also a full time caretaker, so I take care of my mom, who is blind and has a lot of other disabilities. So it's not like I don't have anything to do, but on the other hand, I am in the house a lot. And when I tell you cabin fever is real, so yeah, needless to say, I've been going through it mentally. Um, just in a space where it starts to get you down. You feel like, what am I doing with my life? You know, I feel sometimes unproductive and things like that, and it gets to me. So I, you know, I took a walk today, and on that walk, I talk to myself because I tend to do a lot of that. I like to have, I'm one of those people. I'm super self aware, and I have conversations with myself. Sometimes you got to talk yourself out the funk. So that's what I was doing as I was walking, and you know, walking past walking past the mirror in some of these stores, I'm looking at myself like, okay, wait, let me backtrack. Being on a weight loss journey is one of the things that I'm currently doing in my life as well. So, last week when I was in my feelings, that was a part of it too because I was feeling stinky. I was not eating on track or according to my goals and according to the diet or lifestyle I choose to eat, which is low carb, lazy keto, whatever you like to call it. So, like I said, I'm walking today and I'm walking past the mirrors and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, bitch, you look gooder than a motherfucker. Like, let's call it what it is. You look good as hell. And this is coming from a space of a person who used to be upwards of 400 pounds. Like, literally. When I started my weight loss journey, I got on the scale at 380 pounds. Now, mind you, I was one of those people who never liked to get on the scale because I knew I didn't that number would make me depressed. You know what I'm saying? So I actually went on a diet for a few days, for a couple weeks before I even got on the scale. So I literally could have been 395, 400 pounds. I know at one point I've touched that 400 mark, even though I didn't use the scale. But starting my weight loss journey, I was 380 pounds. As of yesterday, when I got on the scale, I was 275 pounds. Big deal. A big deal. And something that I tend not to give myself a lot of credit for. You know what I'm saying? It's been hard as hell. And, you know, I think a part of it, I've been on this journey for about 5 years now. And I've lost over 100 pounds, and that's with the regains and the re-losing about 40 pounds, 50 pounds at the max. At least twice I did that in these 5 years, but a lot of that was due to situations I was in. A lot of toxic energy around me, toxic relationships that knocked me off course. But your girl found the track again, so I kudos to me for that. Um, and that's, I guess, the purpose of this video today is giving ourselves credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? I know for me, sometimes I look at my life and I'm not in the place I would like to be, whether it be relationship wise, financially, some days mentally. And it's like once I get in that space, everything that I've ever done or ever accomplished is like, it don't matter. It don't matter. You ain't shit. You ain't done shit. You're not doing shit. What's going on? But in reality, I have done a lot of things and I have accomplished a lot of things. I have survived a lot of things. And I think I'm in a space where I want to get out of survival mode and learn how to thrive in this existence, in this universe. And it's like, because of that, I just don't give myself the credit that I'm due. Um, just to backtrack, because I feel like talking, so that's why I came over here today. But just to backtrack, over the past, let's say, since 2011, that would be 9 years, 10 years, something like that. I became disabled in 2011. I was in a car accident a few years prior to that, and it was one of those things where you think there's no damage, and then all of a sudden you live in your life and you start to notice different things and feel different things. And in my case, what happened was I started to have like little nerve pains and issues, and I didn't realize what was going on with me. I thought it was just, I've been doing a lot today, or I was at work today, or something like that. And fast forward to some point in 2011, I would say around maybe May, the end of April 2011, I started having, I actually, let's see, oh no, fast forward to about the end of April 2011, what happened is, I had a night, I went to hang out with my friends and we went bowling. During that time when we were bowling, I started, noticing something wasn't feeling right. Like something just was not feeling right. And in my back. And it was a pain that I couldn't explain. Something that at the time I'd never felt before. And I literally was like, okay guys, I'm done bowling. Y'all can finish this set, but I need to go home. Like something is not right. I don't feel well. And I'm from New York City, so at the time we were taking the subway, and walking up the subway steps, I just felt horrible, horrible. But I ended up making it home, and taking it down for the night. I took some pain medication that I had. I literally woke up the next day, guys, and I could not walk. Yeah, literally woke up the next day and I could not walk. It was the most excruciating pain that I've ever felt in my life at the time. If anybody ever dealt with nerve pain, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it was to the point where it had gotten so severe that when I woke up, it was just a lot of pain, burning, aching in my legs. And when I tried to sit in an upright position, or God forbid, stand up, it was a no. Like, it was a no. The shit was horrible. I couldn't walk. Of course I was scared, and at the time, me and my girlfriend at the time were going through something. So she was like, she had work, she had things going on, so she continued on about her day. She thought I was probably being my dramatic self, because your girl is a little traumatic sometimes. But it wasn't the case. Like, I literally could not walk. And, long story short, that led to me having a back surgery in June of that year, which helped a bit. But me being who I am, I didn't realize the severity of it. Like, at that point in my life, I was in school. I was trying to finish school so that I could, start to work, have a career and do those types of things. I was 27 at the time, so still very young for this to be going on, which is depressing in itself, as you can imagine. So, yeah, fast forward to June, I had the surgery. Literally, like 2 months later, I went back to school like nothing was wrong. And unfortunately, I put myself back in the same situation, to where one day when I came home from school, it was just a no. Like, I can't do this anymore. I just need to lay here. Something is not right, and call the doctor. I ended up having another surgery in January of 2012. Since then, your girl has not, I was not able to go back to school. I was not able to work or do anything. Literally, it took me about a good 4 or 5 years to get myself in a position where I was physically able to even do some really basic things. Take walks, exercise, strengthen my body, those basic things, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, being a person that's dealt with depression since childhood, that just added on top of it, amongst other, life circumstances that I've been through, that I've survived through, So there's that. I literally, being a person who's not really trusting of doctors, or not, I have not had the access to the best doctors. I just decided to deal with it on my own, outside of my surgeon, going to a neurologist and things like that. When it came to physical therapy and rebuilding my body, that's a journey I took on my own. Like, I literally was, once I felt, even during my recovery, I had to take care of myself, because again, my mom is disabled and blind, and I don't come from a large family, and the family I do have are not very helpful, not dependable at all. So it was me versus me. Like, I literally had to take care of myself. I had to devise ways to take care of myself during recovery. I had to literally physical therapy myself. I brought myself back to a place where I could use my body again, where I could walk again, where I can do basic shit like go grocery shopping again, ride the bus. Like things we take for granted. Tie my shoes, bend down and wash my legs and my feet. Like regular, basic things that we don't realize. And it's like, that's something when I sit back and think about it, it's like, bitch, you are a beast. You are a beast. Like, you did that all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could have just laid down and took it. I could have been in a wheelchair. It could have been a lot of ways that went. But I decided that mobility was important to me, that I still had a life I wanted to live. And I got off my ass and did that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Being that I have a lot of responsibility these days, my body is starting to feel it a little bit more. Not to mention, the last 5 years have been something interesting. Like, 5 years ago, I was at the peak of my physicality. You know what I'm saying? And, it changed a little bit. I did a big move from New York to Atlanta. Um, Being in Atlanta was very interesting. I ended up getting in a very toxic and abusive relationship. Um, and it just set me back on my personal goals. When I moved to Atlanta, it was a lot of things that I wanted to do for myself. Learning how to drive, getting my license, working on learning how to be an entrepreneur, working on using my talents for cooking to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting sucked into somebody else and all of their craziness, and I didn't do that. Um, so now I actually moved states again, um, just because I wanted to get away from that and not get away from it like move a couple miles away. The severity of that relationship caused me to decide to move states. And I came down here near the only real, I guess, the people that I really consider family, or that has showed themselves in my life to be family and to be reliable in some ways. Um, just to have, I guess, a little safety net, let's be honest. Um, so I moved to Florida, and now I live in Florida, and I've been here for the past 2, 3 months, and it's been, it's been good. I like it so far. It's still a lot to see and a lot to learn. I haven't learned the lay of the land yet, but that's a work in progress. Um, Being that I have my license. That's one thing I was able to accomplish during all the craziness that was Georgia. Um, but I still don't have a vehicle yet and things like that. So I'm working on it slowly but surely. I have goals and I have things that I'm going to accomplish while I'm here. Because needless to say, I'm going to be in Florida for the next who knows how many years. I'm not moving again. Like, moving state to state is a big deal. Um, but I did it. In this case, I feel like some of it wasn't a choice, even though I was looking into Florida. Um, I had to make a quick decision to move here. So that threw me off, because anybody dealing with anxiety and or depression knows that change is something that's hard to adjust to. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Is being newly single, living in another state, um, not having access to a car to move around the way that I would like to. All of these things, I think, were sitting on me last week. On top of me feeling like I don't really have the ability to just, I can't just go out and apply for this job over here and apply for that job over here and work it. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it's always a strong possibility that I'm gonna wake up one day and this body is not working, and I'm gonna need to lay down and take some medication, and it's just a lot. Being disabled is a real thing, and that's something that I am like accepting as real in my life. And sometimes it's very depressing. Like, I will not lie. Not having the ability to just jump up and get things done the way I would like to, which is my nature, is it can be very, depressing. But, you know, like I said, I look back over my life and the things that I've survived and the things that I've accomplished within that. And I realize that I got this. That's just the bottom line. I've got this. Life is very freaking hard. And these are the things that they don't tell you when you're growing up. Being an adult is not easy at all. Being an adult with the responsibility of a whole nother adult is hard. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of a parent who is disabled in multiple ways is really like having a child. Like, that's just the truth of it. And I've been doing that since I was 13 years old. So you do the math. So it's a lot. I mean, but I've done it. I mean, I've done it. I've done it. We've always been good. Have we always had everything we wanted? No, but we definitely always have everything we need. We've definitely always had a roof over our head, food, the bills are paid, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm killing this adult shit. Just gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna give myself that credit because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Is there more that I would like to do? Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm gonna get to it. Like, I'm gonna get those things accomplished. I might not get everything on the list accomplished. I might not be able to do all of the things that I saw me doing in life, when I was younger. But I'm not going to give up either. And there have been days where I felt like I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I want to check out. I want to give up. Literally, trigger warning for some people. There's some days where I did not even want to wake up. But that's not today. And I'm happy about that. I am grateful for all the days where my mental health is intact. I am grateful for the days where I'm of sound mind, body, and spirit. I am grateful for the days where I still have my mobility, where I still have the financial stability to make sure that all my bills are paid, and that I have a little extra. It is what it is. That's life. You know what I'm saying? Would I like to have more? Of course. But I am learning to be grateful for where I am and what I have. And, that's just what it is. So I guess today my purpose of making this video was to remind myself that it's okay. It's okay to be where I am right now in life. It's not the worst place. It's not the place I want to be, but it's not the worst place. And also to stop comparing my existence to anybody else's. My life is no one else's life, and theirs is not mine. We don't have the same challenges. We don't have the same, day to day. It's just not the same. And to stop comparing myself to other people. That is the truth. Just a quick message. Social media will fuck you up. Social media will fuck you up. You look at social media and everybody is living their best existence. Best existence, bitch. And it will have you thinking like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing with my life? What the fuck am I doing with my life? I want to go on vacation. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And the truth is, I will. You know what I'm saying? It's all, I've been places, but I want to do more things. I'm an explorer by nature, and sometimes looking at that has me thinking all types of janky things about myself. But honestly, I've actually taken a break from social media because of that. Like, in order to get my mental health together, in order to make my plan for my life and where I want to be, I had to take a step back and realize that that's not reality. Social media is a fluffed up existence. Social media is a place where people floss. Like, period. That's just what it is. Um, so, truth of the matter is, I am enough. I am exactly where I need to be in life. And as long as I stay grateful and reminding myself that I am worthy and that I matter, I know that my more will come. So, yeah, if you are in the same place I am, just know that it will get better. Mindset is everything, and that's something that we have to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? We have to be aware of our mindset. We have to be aware of comparison, because comparison is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Comparison will have you feeling like you are nothing. So, on today, I remind myself and I remind everybody else that we are enough. We are exactly where we are meant to be in life today, and it gets better. Period. Bye.